Welcome to the DCTV News at Noon program. I'm Kendra Cook. Dolores County Broadcasting Network is the producer of DCTV with support from the Southwest Colorado TV Translator Association. If you have a news topic or event that you would like to see covered, give us a call. The studio number is 970-677-4119. Today's show runs Tuesday at noon and is uploaded to our YouTube channel and our DCTV News at Noon Facebook page so you can watch it on demand. Today is October 22nd, 2019, and now the news at noon. Reported in the Journal, Dolores County Search and Rescue update from Sunday's challenges, and another search in Montezuma County continues. Photo from Sam Green. A search and rescue mission headed by Dolores County Search and Rescue recovered the body of a hunter last weekend southwest of Rico. Dolores Search and Rescue Captain Keith Kiesling said a call came in late Saturday for an individual who died while hunting on an outfitter trip. Because it was getting dark and a snowstorm was moving into the region, rescue personnel had to wait until before sunrise Sunday to start the mission. Kiesling said the group of hunters with an outfitter company were at an elevation of about 10,000 feet, about 4.5 miles up Wildcat Creek Trail on the San Juan National Forest southwest of Rico in Dolores County. They were in an extremely remote area, he said. Flight for Life helicopter crews delivered search and rescue personnel to a landing zone that was close to the group. Emergency personnel were able to recover the body and bring it back to the helicopter for extraction. The mission was completed around 4 p.m. on Sunday. Kiesling did not immediately have more information about the rescue Monday morning or why the person died. He also did not have the person's name, but said he was from Arizona. Meanwhile, a search and rescue mission has been underway since Saturday for an 86-year-old hunter who went missing in the San Juan National Forest outside of Dolores. Montezuma County Emergency Manager Mike Pasquin and Alvy Webb said that Alvy Webb was reported overdue on Saturday, and ever since, search and rescue crews have been trying to locate him. Webb's base camp was set up near the Roaring Fork Trail, which is in Montezuma County, Pasquin said. The search has used aerial patrols, including the use of a Black Hawk helicopter. Pasquin said the search was active as of Monday morning. He did not immediately have more information about that incident. And from the Journal, photos courtesy Dave Sessions. A newly installed refrigerator appears to have started a house fire in Weber Canyon last week, destroying an old farmhouse. Luckily, no one was harmed by the incident, although Dave Sessions and his wife, Lee Ann Hill, have been forced out of their home while an investigation is taking place. Quote, "The house is still standing, but the inside is just gutted," Sessions said. "The fire department was phenomenal, and my wife and the dog, I was still at work, but they got out okay." Sessions owns the Mac Ranch, a computer shop in Durango. He and Hill had bought the lot along County Road 41 in 2013, where they run Laughing Wolf Farm, specializing in heritage grains. The couple had ordered a Whirlpool refrigerator from Home Depot, which was delivered from Albuquerque and installed around 11 a.m. on Thursday, October 10th. Later that night at around 9 p.m., Hill was cooking fried green tomatoes in the kitchen when the refrigerator started to buzz, Sessions said. She went over to check on the fridge and unplugged it, but the buzzing noise continued. Then she plugged it back in before returning to the stove, and all of a sudden, the refrigerator burst into flames. Hill grabbed the fire extinguisher and tried to put out the fire, but she was unable to do so. After picking up her dog, Ozzy, she ran outside and called 911. An hour later, she would have been in bed. She would not be alive right now, Sessions said. It's just so scary to have that happen. First responders from the Mancos Fire Protection District appeared shortly thereafter and extinguished the flames. The fire itself destroyed the kitchen, entry, and bathroom, and the rest of the house saw a lot of melting and smoke damage. The firefighters tore out the roof and walls to make sure there were no hot spots. According to an incident reported by the Montezuma County Sheriff's Office, which also responded to the fire, Mancos Fire Chief Tony Espamonte said the fire was most likely electric since there was a popped breaker in the breaker box. The couple are currently renting a place in Durango while Whirlpool is investigating the incident. They can't move forward with an insurance claim until the investigation is complete. Quote, Sessions says, "We're still going back to harvest and do all that," he said, "but we can't stay there. They plan to stay at the site, although the house is a goner," he said. "We'll rebuild the house if we can." A GoFundMe fundraiser has been set up for the two online. And from the Durango Herald with an AP photo. So is red meat good or bad for you? If the answer were only that simple. A team of international researchers recently rattled the nutrition world by saying there isn't enough evidence to tell people to cut back on red or processed meat, seemingly contradicting advice from prominent health experts and groups including the American Cancer Society and American Heart Association. But the researchers didn't say people should eat more meat or that it's healthy. No new studies were conducted, and they reported no new understanding of meat's effects on the body. Instead, the papers offer a new approach to giving advice about food and health and a rebuke to how it's often done. The dispute lays bare problems with nutrition research long acknowledged in the scientific world. Nutrition studies are almost never conclusive, and whatever supposed risk and benefits there are to any food are often oversimplified. Quote, people like bumper sticker guidance, said Dr. Walter Willett, a professor of nutrition at Harvard, who has led studies tying meat to bad health. Now, health experts are wrestling with how solid scientific findings should be before guidance is issued, how to address biases that might skew conclusions, and whether the pleasure we get from eating should be considered. The scrutiny is likely to spill over to other dietary advice as obesity becomes an ever more critical public health concern and people become increasingly frustrated with flip-flopping messages. Eggs are good, eggs are bad. Health experts who defend advice to cut back meat say the researchers were applying an unreasonable standard, evaluating the strength of the meat studies with a method intended for medical studies where a specific dose of drug can be tested under controlled conditions. With nutrition, they say it's impossible to conduct studies where people's diets and lifestyles are controlled and monitored over long periods. They say the statistical signals they see in nutrition studies are meaningful and that people should be given guidance on the best available data. The authors also argue the individual being asked to change their behavior should be considered. For those who regularly eat and enjoy meat, cutting back on it may seem drastic if all they are getting in return is a small reduction in risk, if any at all. Given the uncertainties of nutrition science, another long-running concern is the potential for findings to be skewed by personal beliefs or financial incentives. The latest papers were no exception, with critics and supporters each pointing to factors that could have influenced the other's position. Critics noted Johnston, the lead author, undermined another dietary recommendation in the past. He previously led a study funded by the food industry that challenged guidelines to limit added sugars, which serves the interests of many food companies. That paper initially said the authors independently wrote the plan for the study, and then after emails obtained by the Associated Press showed the industry group sent, quote, requested revisions. The paper was corrected to say the group reviewed and approved the plan. Meat is an especially polarizing topic given the animal welfare and environmental consequences that come with it. That could further confuse people about who or what to believe, or they just focus on research that backs up what they want to believe. Wherever researchers stand on meat, there's agreement that the nuances of nutrition science often get lost in translation. Take red meat. The advice to, quote, limit it often doesn't specify by how much, which could lead people to think cutting back is good regardless of the context. But in poorer countries, red meat might help improve diets. In richer countries, Willett said the benefits of cutting back would vary depending on what replaces it, and that pizza might not be an improvement. On a side note, gosh darn it, leave our red grass-fed meat and locally sourced pizzas alone already. The bottom line is there's no consistent recommendation for an acceptable amount. The American Cancer Society's experts say a, quote, few servings a week or less. A study by Willett, which also addressed the environmental impact of food, advised a limit of 1 serving a week. As advice around specific foods changes, health experts have increasingly focused on the importance of overall diets. Some note focusing on single foods, which often have a complex mix of nutrients, can also distract from a simpler message. Don't eat too much, since eating more calories than you burn makes you gain weight. So moderation in everything, as a turn of phrase, seems to be the best common sense advice, don't you think? And now, let's take a look at our local weather. Today, again, a sunny day with high near 56 degrees, north-northeast winds at 5 to 10 miles an hour, becoming northwest in the afternoon. A clear night tonight with a low around 33 degrees. Northwest winds 5 to 10 miles an hour become northeast after midnight. And again for Wednesday, sunny with a high near 59. Northeast winds 5 to 15 become northwest in the afternoon. And repeating the same pattern for most of the week, Wednesday night mostly clear and a low around 27. Northwest winds 5 to 15 miles an hour becoming northeast after midnight. And a bit colder and more gusty winds on tap for Thursday. Still sunny with a high near 50 degrees. North winds 10 to 15 miles an hour with gusts as high as 25 miles an hour. Thursday night mostly clear with a low around 27. Then warming back up a bit for Friday, sunny with a high near 58. Friday night clear with a low around 31. And it's looking like a lovely weekend is in store for us locally. Saturday sunny with a high near 62 degrees, mostly clear, and a low around 33. And Sunday sunny with a high near 61. Sunday night partly cloudy and a low around 31. And now back to the news. Canyons of the Ancients Museum has changed its times. Courtesy photo as reported in the Journal. Canyons of the Ancients Visitor Center and Museum has adjusted its hours of operations to accommodate visitation trends. The new hours are as follows: November 1st through the 30th, Wednesday to Sunday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. December 1st to January 5th, Thursday to Sunday, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. January 6th to the 28th of February, back to Wednesday to Sunday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. And November 27th, the day before Thanksgiving, it just runs from 10 to 1 p.m. Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's Day, they're closed. And they're closed March 1st to October 31st, Tuesday to Sunday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., if that isn't too confusing for you. Canyons of the Ancients National Monument, as well as the hiking trail to the Escalante Pueblo at the Visitors Center and Museum, will remain open year-round. Under the new schedule, the facility will be open 6 days per week for 8 months of the year from March 1st to October 31st. Quote, "We chose Monday and Tuesday as the days to be closed because other area attractions such as Mesa Verde and the Colorado Welcome Center will be open and available to assist visitors," said Amala Posey-Monk, Museum and Visitors Center manager, in a news release. The reduced number of days during the 4 winter months corresponds with a slow visitation time. The new schedule will also ensure that a BLM staff member will always be present at the front desk. This will be helpful to accommodate a new point of sale system for entrance fees, which also went up, I believe, last month. The change allows BLM staff and volunteers to greet and orient visitors, stock brochures, and deliver interpretive programs. The adjusted hours also allow staff to focus on monument workload, have time for field work 2 to 3 times per week, and time to develop special exhibits, additional interpretive programs, materials, and brochures. The BLM will monitor the public's perception of the new changes, and the new system will be reviewed in 1 year. Visitation at the CANM Visitor Center and Museum has been increasing. In 2017, visitation was 29,097 people, up from 25,106 people in 2016 and 23,894 in 2015. In 2018, visitation also surpassed the previous year, and in 2019, the facility set 4-year visitation records for the months of March, May, June, July, August, and September. Reported in the Durango Herald, photo beerconnoisseur.com. A beer named after the AMC TV hit series Breaking Bad and brewed by an actor from the show sold out after its debut. KOB TV reported Breaking Bad fans lined up at 3 Albuquerque Costco's, but the brew was gone within 3 hours. Dean Norris, who played a DEA agent in the series, started to brew a German lager, Schwaderbrauer, following the premiere of Netflix El Camino, a Breaking Bad movie, earlier this month. Norris says he will launch the beer nationwide shortly. Breaking Bad follows an Albuquerque high school chemistry teacher turned meth lord, Walter White, played by Bryan Cranston. The series ran from 2008 to 2013 and is available for binge watching, all 6 seasons on Netflix, if you have the patience. The movie El Camino is also available for download on Netflix, and ironically, I'm currently watching this just into season 2, as many friends had recommended it for the intricacy of the plot and character intertwinement, and apparently this one character really liked his beer. And now today's High Canyon Country happenings. Up in Rico on the 25th, the Enterprise Bar and Grill is planning for 3 nights of fright this Halloween season. Tickets will be for sale at the bar and will include a creepy cocktail for adults or a tasty treat for kids to enjoy while you wait to be allowed into the dungeon. Costumes are encouraged, and children under 10 will have to be accompanied by an adult. Come join the fun and have a happy Halloween at the Rico Haunted House. And another spooky event for October 25th is the Ghost Walk Durango Cemetery Tour. Not for the faint of heart. Limited to 30 people, age limit 15 to 18 and under, must be accompanied by an adult. No open-toed shoes, and dress for the cold weather. The tour will begin at the regular meeting spot, which is 201 East 12th Street, the old high school building, and they will have a brief discussion regarding rules prior to the tour. You must have transportation for everyone in your group, as they will be driving from the meeting spot 2 miles to the cemetery. The price is $50 per person, which includes a flashlight and your choice of either a Ghost Walk t-shirt, your choice of 2 designs while they last, or Ghost Walk umbrella. The event starts at 7 p.m. for 3 nights only. And on a less scary type of holiday celebration, October 26th, the Pinion Project presents a Pumpkin Fest at Montezuma Park in Cortez. From 9 a.m. to 10 a.m., there's a 5K zombie run. Costume contest registration is at 10 to 11, judging 11 to 11:30. There's trick-or-treating 11:30 to 12:30. There's food and carnival games, and it will be a fun overall time, running from 9 a.m. to 2:30. And I post up all of these High Canyon Country happenings on our Facebook page, which is DCTV News at Noon. So you can look up phone numbers and dates. We also upload the daily news to our YouTube channel, which you can search for with the same name, DCTV News at Noon. And the broadcast is also posted to the general Facebook page, where we add links to stories of interest, share other events or news, and where you can join in on the conversation too. This is your local community TV station, so if you have something you'd like to share, contact us. The email is dcbnnews@gmail.com or call the station 970-677-4119. Thanks for tuning in. News at Noon now airs at noon Mondays through Fridays, and then is available on demand online on our YouTube channel and posted on our DCTV News at Noon Facebook page. We ask that you please like us there and share it with your friends and family. This has been a production of DCTV for the News at Noon program out of Dove Creek, Colorado, USA. I'm Kendra Cook. Thank you for watching.